Hello everyone, and welcome mga ka-Code So for today, I am going to continue about the different clauses. So last time I introduced to you the group by and order by. So group by and order by is used to sort the data in order, particularly if you want to sort your records in ascending order based on a certain column or descending order. And then you have also group by, which is you can group the group the elements or your data in based on a certain column or an expressions. So it's like grouping the elements or the values, uh, showing the data query or the rows or the group of rows into as a group or category based on the columns or expressions. So we use them along with aggregate functions like sum, average, count, and even min and max. Now, for this time, let's discuss about having. So having clause is a clause wherein it filters out the groups by a specific condition. So there is a certain scenario na best option na gamito nato si having rather than where. So there are actually certain occurrence or instances na ang where function is not going to work, especially if you're going to combine aggregate functions with the order by and group by. So that's something you would like to know. So this time I'm going to show to you a situation wherein when can we use where and when are we going to use having. Okay, so this time let's say we have the gender here. Let's look for the gender. So we projected this rows here, records. So we have the gender here. We have two null, two female, male, so on and so forth. And of course, if we guys want uh, to display like from TBL pet, where pet gender is equal to male. So we have here the records showing how many males do we have, and then we can group them. What's the point of grouping, by the way? So yeah, and then but there is a limitation if you're going to use where for an instance. Let's say from TBL pet group by pet gender, where pet gender is equal to male. So this at this point in time, this is not going to work because you have now here the aggregate plus the group by. So though pwede nimo siya inanion like uh, pet gender group by pet gender group by, wait for a while, group by pet gender. So you can do like this, but it would be better if actually you use having. Okay. At that point, no, parang this one is not actually going to work. Especially if you're going to know, like for an instance, among in our table here. Sorry. Let's get back to gender, this one. So let's say for an instance, we want to achieve in our record here in our table to display only those parang after counting the number of records in that particular gender, no, or value sa gender, mo display lang ta of values greater than 10. So how are we going to do that? So of course, you cannot do something like where mm, uh, pet gender is greater than or equal to 15, because as we all know, gender is obviously a male or a female value. Okay, or you have the option either, let's say, if you are going to do this like count pet gender, is greater than or equal to 10. Well, the question there is it possible? Now, possible ba siya na we display this kind of like value? Okay, is it possible? So, with this query, it seems like it's actually physically right, but as as we go along with this kind of query, okay, so this is not actually going to work as it may seem. Okay, so yan. So this is the time we are going to use having instead of where. Okay, so we use having count pet gender is greater than or equal to 10. So as you can see, you have there listed all the columns, I mean all of your rows with only values greater than or equal to 10. So again, as I have shown you there that where statement is not going to work, especially if it's partnered with aggregate functions plus the group by. Okay? So another thing is this is the important thing about alias, no? Kasi we can use alias by let's say pet gender count, let's say total, and then obviously if you're going to run this application, I mean SQL, invoke this SQL, this will give us like that, no? Total instead of count here, no? Total. So you can actually like use total instead greater than or equal to 10 instead of balikon mo siya like what we did right here as a to right here, no, like count pet gender is greater than or equal to 10. So you can actually do the same, but this time it's using the alias of total. Now the question there is, sir, pwede ba na siya gamiton ako sa where statement? So can we use that in where? No, you cannot use that in where statement because the only allowed clause for this is having. Okay, that's the purpose of having. So having clause is or being added to our SQL because the where keyword is no longer working, no? I mean pinaka practical na pagkastorya, it cannot be used in aggregate functions. Okay? So that is for the difference between where and group by. When to use where and having. When to use having and when to use where statement. So there, no? Another is if you guys want to, of course, if you, let's say for the pet, for type, so let's have here a pet gender. So let's have here pet type. Okay, pet type, count, total from TBL pet, group by pet type. Okay, pet type. So we have where, and then say we want to display only values group by pet type having, okay, so might as well na ito, ayan, may tayo total, having total greater than, let's say, 10, okay, so that's it, no, we are showing the, our records now, or our table now is showing only one record, which is the dog, which has 10 records, or more than 10 records, which is 20. Okay? So, sir, pwede ba like between having total between 5 and 10? Can we do this? Yes. Okay. Pwede ba na ang total is greater than or equal to 5 and total is less than or equal to 10? That's allowed. Okay. So that's actually the use of having statement. Okay. So again, you can use that to sum, to AVG, to anything, no? Like for sum, no? You want to get the sum of the pet type. Okay, so let's show muna the sum of, no, not the sum but the price. pet price. Okay. And then this is total. So every type na siya'y i-total niya ang price, every type, group by pet type. And then, let's remove this one first. Okay, and then let's enter. So meaning to say we have here for all of our bird, we have 73,938 in total. So sa cat na to is 63,000. Sa dog na to we have 54,000 and so on and so forth. So mauna ang mga prices sa tuang pets under that type. Okay? So total sum niya, meaning total price niya, gisum niya tanan price under that pet. So obviously, if you want to use like if you want to filter out pa more of this, like you want to only know or only return the or project only the sum of the total price of all the pet or based on the type of pet more than to let's say 50,000, so you can do that. So again, you cannot use where for this. So even if we try, okay, there. So yeah, that's the use of having clause. So by the way, you can use having and then with order by, let's say order by pet price. So if you want to, meaning you want to now parang uh, not pet price but total order but by total. So you can show here na pwede nimo siya i-arrange in order. Okay? I-arrange nimo in, pwede siya nimo i-descending. Ayan. So that's the use of order by, group by, and having within aggregate functions. So I guess that would be all. And thank you guys for watching this video and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.